Amir. So he said to them, I am your Amir. Right? They said, yes. And you have to obey us, me. They said, yes. So he set a fire, a blaze. He made fire. He said, jump to the fire. I'm your Amir. I'm commanding you to jump to the fire. Some wanted to do so. Then they said, hey, stop, wait. What's going on here? We became Muslims running away from the fire. And now you are commanding us to enter the fire? Another narration explained that the character of the Amir is a humorous character. Okay? But when this mentioned to the Prophet ﷺ, he said, by Allah, had they obeyed him, they would never have come out of it. That means in Jahannam. Here the Prophet ﷺ is making it clear to everyone, don't obey anyone. If that is, by doing that, by obeying him, you will disobey Allah Azza wa Jalla. No. Don't say yes. No. Sorry. Even the Quran when it says, قُلْ say, أَطِيعُ اللَّهَ وَأَطِيعُ الرَّسُولَ وَأُولِي الْأَمْرِ. He didn't say, وَأَطِيعُ أُولِي الْأَمْرِ. He said, obey Allah, obey the messenger, and those who are in charge. Which means, you obey those who are in charge as long as they obey Allah and His messenger. But if they ask you to disobey Allah or His messenger, you don't obey them. Understand? You don't obey them, whether they are your parents or your kindred or this. So, my love for my Lord comes before anything else. Yes, that is true. You obey your parents as long as they don't ask you to make haram. But if your parents ask you to do haram, you don't obey them. One of the Sahaba, his mother was not Muslimah. And she knew and she knows that her son loves her too much. She told her son, I will not eat until you leave Islam. Yeah. So, Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas, yes. So she said, I will not leave Islam until I will not eat until you leave Islam. He told her, my mom, if you have 100 ruh, 100 souls, not only one, and I saw them coming one after the other, I will not leave the Islam. So when she heard that, she became Muslim after that. Understand? So, obeying Allah that's top priority. If anyone asks you to disobey Allah, then you say, La sam'a wa la ta'a. No hearing, no obedience. Clear? Anas radiallahu anhu narrated that Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى أكون أحب إليه من ولده ووالده والناس أجمعين. Becomes a believer till he loves me more than his father, his children, and all mankind. Reported by Bukhari and Muslim. Which means you cannot reach the true Iman, the real Iman, unless you love the Prophet ﷺ more than yourself. Which means love are two types. Here, the love here the Prophet ﷺ is talking is the rational love, not the emotional one. Understand? Which means that when my teaching or when my command comes to you, you accept it even if it is against your desire. Even if it goes against your own desire. He is not talking about the natural love. Natural love, you will not love anyone more than yourself. That is natural. So he's not asking you that. He's asking you the love which is to obey Allah, which is the rational one. In other words, the first love, which is the love which is act of worship. That's why when the Prophet ﷺ said that you will not reach the peak of Iman until you love me more than yourself, Umar said, by Allah, I love you more than anything, but not myself. Because Umar thought the Prophet meant the natural love. But the Prophet ﷺ didn't mean the natural love. Because that is beyond the capacity of the human being. You understand? So the Prophet ﷺ, he told him again, no, not yet, Umar. So Umar, realized, oh, okay. By Allah, now you are closer to me. I love you more than myself. That means, when your sunnah and when your teachings come, I have to take them even if they go against my own hawa, against my own desires, against my own wish. So that is the true love for the Prophet ﷺ. So you should love the Prophet ﷺ more than anyone. More than anyone. My father says this, my Prophet says this. My father tells me, grow your beard. My father tells me, shave it. So, whom should I listen to? The Prophet ﷺ. I remember that a brother called me. He said, Salaam alaikum. I said, alaikum salam. Did you recognize me? He said, yes. He said, talk to my mother. He said, what is going on? So his mother came on. Because he said, my mother is holding the scissors in her hand. She wants to shave my beard. So talk to her. So I started talking to her that this is the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ and this is that and that. She said, but you know, he's still young. He's still young and he's now like, he looks old. I said, but this is the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ and you love the Prophet ﷺ. She said, yes. I said, okay. So you should be proud of your son. So after a while she said, okay. And she left him. So that is the meaning of the love. So your father says this, your mother says this, but your Prophet is saying something else. No. Which one should have the priority now? The love of the Prophet ﷺ. Trimming it, if it is more than the fist, the handful, you hold your beard like this, then after that you can. You look nice. Okay? So leave it. You leave it. And you know what? Subhanallah. Aisha, radiallahu anha, used to say, وَالَّذِي زَيَّنَ الرِّجَالَ بِاللِّحَىٰ. She swears, Aisha used to swear, by him who beautified the men with the beards. So the beard, he makes the man what? Looks more handsome. True or not? Indeed. The women, they know this very well. So, when you grow your beard, you look, mashallah, more handsome. Believe me. And you will save a lot of money. No blades, no need for lotion, no need for this headache early morning. Huh? Yes. And when you grow your beard, I'm telling you, people will come and say, what happened to you? Said, nothing. No. Did you lose any of your family? Anyone died? Why? Because, you mean the beard. If you tell him it is sunnah, he says, come on, you start to go to the extreme. Islam is not only the beard. What should you tell him? Tell him, I'll tell you a secret. My wife loves it. My wife loves it. He will tell you, okay. He will leave you. That's it. You tell him the Prophet, the Sunnah, come on, don't go to the extreme. Okay. Okay?